Hello, what's this? I don't normally post these kind of videos on this channel. I'm really annoyed at YouTube. They have made some really good changes recently, but it's not good enough, and it's cringe, and I just want to get it off my chest. And also maybe see if I'm an idiot, and there are some things that other clever people who use YouTube better than me understand. And I thought it might be interesting for people out there that aren't creators, that don't get to see the YouTube Studio backend, to learn about some of this stuff. What made me want to do this? Well, as you can see here, we have a video that has been taken down. What is happening on Facebook? And it was a video with me and Stanz going over some Facebook AI memes, and then going over some memes that weren't AI. And one of those things that wasn't AI was questionable, but we'll get to that in a second. So as far as I can tell, this is the first time that we've had like a warning or a strike on this channel, and a video completely removed. So this is my first experience of something like this. And as you can see here, there was ad suitability issues, age restrictions, and then it was just, you know what, we're removing this, fuck that. And if you click on review, it will tell us why. Believe it or not, this was something that they didn't used to do. So here you can see there is a timestamp, 2119, and it shows you why the video has been taken down. As you can see here, it's a kid holding a gun in a classroom. A kid holding a gun anyway on YouTube is definitely, as they have rightly indicated, a child safety issue. And showing that on YouTube goes against YouTube's terms of service, which is fine. I have no qualms with that. I don't think that videos of children holding guns in classrooms should be allowed to be put on YouTube. And it's their site, they can make the rules. I'm not annoyed at the terms of service. I think that's fine. But like I said, there's a timestamp, and it clearly shows us what the issue is with this. This is a very recent addition. They didn't used to do the timestamp thing until, like, I think less than 6 months ago. It's like a crazy new addition, and a very welcome one. They do the timestamp for a lot of things, but there is still huge issues with the way it works that I'm going to highlight here today. The first is that, as you can see here, there is ad suitability and age restricted before it was removed. Because obviously the video is removed, we don't need to know that it's age restricted, and we don't need to know about the ad suitability because the video isn't on YouTube anymore. So obviously there aren't very good ads, and it's restricted to no age because no one could fucking watch the video. Before it got removed, it was flagged for an age restriction because of the same thing that it's been removed for, which was child safety. However, it just says when it initially age restricts the video and creates an ad suitability thing, it tells you roughly the category that it thinks it's in. For ad suitability, it barely tells you anything. But for the age restriction, it told us that there was like, you can't have content that could harm children, like in the video. And I was trying to desperately think of what the fuck could be in a 26-minute Facebook video. Most of it was about fucking AI-generated Jesus Christ and Scarlett Johansson being a pilot. It was a crazy fun video, and I'd say you could go watch it, but you can't because it's been fucking removed. But I couldn't think, and I skimmed through the video, and I couldn't find any places where I thought there was child endangerment. Obviously, when I click review now and it tells me, I can clearly see that, yeah, I understand, and that does go against the terms of service. But this timestamp didn't exist when it was only age restricted. It doesn't give you any timestamp, and I can use this video as an example, the Oasis Ticketmaster scam. The only option it gives you is if you are certain your video thumbnail metadata meets YouTube advertiser-friendly guidelines. Instead of that, it would say YouTube's terms of service. You can request a human review, and then you can click your double check and then request a human review. When you do that, you can only get one human review from YouTube, and whatever that human decides, that's final. You don't get a chance to then remove the content that has caused the issue. So in this video, for example, I know exactly what moment it was that caused this issue. It was this bit here. It says, "Why use such a massive C word?" Now, YouTube doesn't like that word. It would restrict ads on the video because of that word. That is fine. You can see here I blurred it in the actual YouTube video, but I think a little bit later on I said the word anyway. And because I said the word without removing it, whatever, I was testing the waters to see what would happen on YouTube. Turns out it would flag the video, which is fine. So I know for this example why the ad suitability has been given a yellow demonetization symbol. That's fine, but it doesn't tell me that. So unless I can figure out and remember a 31-minute video, every single word and every single conversation that was had in that video, to then try and figure out the reason that the ad suitability has been fucked, unless I can do that, then I just have to hope that when I request review, they'll remove it. So you might be wondering, well, what's the solution to this? Give us the tools or the knowledge of where the issue is in the first place, so in YouTube's own editor, we can remove it. For example, going back to the Facebook video.
Today, if you had PTSD, you were a veteran, not a feminist. What is even...
This section can be completely removed from this video.
They should be forgiven. They should be...
There's a kid crying just before it as well. So hey, maybe we cut all this, you know? We could cut from like 2047 all the way to after that the gun is off the screen, right? To 2146. We cut a full minute from that video. The video can still stay up, still exists, removes the child's safety issues, so it gets reinstated. It would get full ads, and YouTube would be happy with it. YouTube would carry on making money from the video. We would carry on making money from the video. It's like a win-win situation. The bad part gets removed, so YouTube advertisers would be happy. Like, it's literally, there isn't a downside to doing this, but I was never given, and we were never given access to the actual point of the break of the TOS. That's the biggest issue, and it's the bit that drives me insane. What is the point of providing this timestamp afterwards when the only thing I can do for, like, taking action is to fucking do some training? What is that even? 7 answering questions? I don't give a shit about the questions, bro. I didn't film a child being unsafe. There's just one image that someone else made that was a stupid meme that we were mocking of how stupid it was in a video. I don't need training on how to not fucking injure a child, okay? And then the only other option is to appeal the decision. I don't want to appeal the decision. I think the decision is correct for how the video is currently. But if they gave me an option, a third option that was like, hey, this part of the video is bad. Do you want to remove it? Yes, I do want to remove it so that the video can exist again. But there's no editing options. And on here, the YouTube editor, you don't have permission to access this section because the video has been removed from YouTube. Well, fucking let me edit the bit out that you don't want in the video so that we can put the video back up, dude. It's fucking insane. You shoot yourselves in the foot and us. It's like YouTube's foot is on Stanz YouTube channel's head, and they're shooting themselves in the foot, and then it's hitting our head. We're getting full headshotted, dude. It's crazy. And this isn't the first time that they've done this. I tweeted that I had an issue with this back in January. This was when they refused to give any timestamps to the actual issue with the limited ads. Like, for example, the thing that they gave us said that there was strong profanity. And this is the intro of the video.
Long form content now mean 10 minutes because of shorts? I have no idea. What's up, YouTube? Sorry, I was distracted by my Twitch chat. I'm back. Divemas is over. It was a ton of fun.
And I thought maybe the issue was someone was swearing in the group chat, in the Twitch chat, because I've known that to be an issue before. I also thought maybe it could be to do with the title of the video, this house is gonna flip itself, and it thought like flip, maybe flip off, or like fuck, as though it was a replacement of that, when no, it was just a pun, because it's called House Flipper, the game. And I spoke to many people at YouTube to try and figure it out, and I was passed through lots of different things, and there was like multiple humans reviewed it and said, yeah, there's still an issue, but they couldn't identify what the issue was or give a timestamp at all. So obviously that situation was fucking crazy, and this whole problem that I had has since been fixed. As soon as you human review a YouTube video, if they don't reinstate the video there and they stand by the auto flag, they will timestamp the video and tell you what happened at that timestamp that was the issue of the video. So now this instance there wouldn't be a problem with this house isn't going to flip itself. We would find out why. However, the issue still stands that if they told me the timestamp of this, I would then remove that instance of whatever was causing the issue for it to be demonetized, so it could then be reinstated and back to full monetization. But since a human has reviewed it, I can't then get another human to review it unless I go through like 17 different hoops and YouTube, message YouTube's like back end or whatever. So there's like nothing that you can do once a human has reviewed it to actually get it to be reinstated, even if you've removed the issue that they had with it to begin with. And that's not even getting into using YouTube's actual fucking editor, which is the most broken dog shit thing ever. As you can see, as I started talking, even before I like clicked this cursor to go here, the player just freezes, doesn't work, doesn't load. For some reason, this is worse than an actual YouTube video. Like, I can obviously, if I open up this YouTube video, I can click wherever I want and it will instantly take me to that part of the video and allow me to play it. But when you put it in an editing bit, before I even do any editing, it takes a long time for shit to load. Sometimes, like, if I'm placing ads, to try and figure out where I exactly want to place the ad is like so convoluted and cringe. This window is dog shit. Sometimes it doesn't play. Sometimes it glitches. Sometimes the pause button completely goes and it will just be playing in the background because I accidentally press play and I've got no way to stop it and it's just playing, and all I can do is close the fucking window. Hey, maybe this is a user error. Maybe this is me. Does anyone else that manages YouTube channels struggle with this kind of shit? It's fucking awful. This player is dog shit and almost unusable. The only times you use it is when you're adding adverts, the mid-rolls, into a YouTube video, or if you are blurring something because you've missed it in an edit and you have to, like, there's an address or something and you're like, fuck, I don't want to dox anyone, I gotta blur it. And even then, the blur tool's kind of cringe. Whilst I'm talking about the YouTube player, specifically for ads, why is it that YouTube only auto-loads ads in for VODs that are, like, for the first 2 hours of a video? It's the most annoying thing because now I have to go through and click individually to add these ad breaks in for every video that's longer than 2 hours. And I know this isn't like a crazy bad thing to have to do, but why is that the case? Why does it do that? And then look, also, as you're seeing, the player fucking just never loads. So it would take me 10 million years to find the correct places to put these ads, which then leads me to just randomly placing the ads every like good interval-ish, and hoping that that is all right, and trusting that YouTube won't fuck it up and play ads in weird places. But I just can't tell. It's because the thing doesn't play. The thing doesn't exist. It's insanely bad. But also, why doesn't the ads add on, dude? I have to do this. It's only a small amount of time, but it's a lot. Oh, also, something I forgot that I wanted to add whilst editing is this issue, which I tweeted out a couple of months ago. And as you can see, it got like no interactions at all. I guess because it's very niche. So, hey, maybe this video won't get any interactions at all. We'll see. I was uploading all of Stanz's Elden Ring VODs, where he was playing a bunch of covers that people had made. Now, obviously, certain covers are okay, but if they include the real instrumental from the song, they will copyright claim. Quite rightly, yeah, I'm not trying to... Maybe it's not quite rightly, I don't know. This video isn't about whether it's right or wrong for people to copyright claim or for TOS to take things down. That's my point of this video, is not that. There is an argument to be made for those kind of things, that maybe I agree that these big conglomerates shouldn't be able to claim the revenue of a whole entire video from 30 seconds of a song being used, but that's not the point of this video. We'll leave that there. The issue with this is that every single one of these, you have to click on each individual copyright claim, select action, and then mute song. And then when you do that, you choose the area, and all that it then does is processes the whole entire VOD just to remove the one song, the audio from that one song that you wanted to remove. So if I was doing it for every single one of these iterations, I'd have to wait for the whole entire VOD to finish rendering before I can then work on the next one, which in this instance isn't actually that big of an issue, because the only ones that I was worried about completely removing were the ones where it blocks it in some territories. We didn't care about the revenue for these Elden Ring VODs because we wanted the audio to be played. But if it blocks it from a country because the audio is playing, we have to get rid of that so that hopefully everyone can see it. Which, sadly, that means Chapel Rowan got removed from almost all the Elden Ring VODs. Rest in peace. But if you're working on a different video that isn't necessarily songs, for instance, there's quite a few games that have licensed materials that do get claimed on YouTube. If there are like 2 or 3 instances of those and it's a 4-hour VOD, I have to manually, like, I select the action, I remove it, mute the songs so that the video can still exist, and then it takes sometimes 24 hours for the whole entire VOD to be republished with the muted sounds, for me to then just go through again and mute the next copyrighted sound, and then the next copyrighted sound. And if there was an option to select all of them at the same time, maybe there is. Maybe I'm the idiot here. I don't know. But as far as I'm aware, the only option is to go through them individually and select each one, which is stupid. Dude, if I want to remove the copyright claim from one of them, give me an option whilst you're fully rendering out the whole entire video with just those mute parts taken out. Let me do it for all of the muted parts that I'm going to want to do. It's crazy. Again, this is something that would only benefit everyone because I would get the video out sooner and the YouTuber would be making more money from it, and they wouldn't be splitting it with all the fucking people. I don't know. It's just a bad system that could be made much better. I guess the worst part of this isn't really for me, it's kind of for Stanz, but the fact that there is a warning now, which if the warning happens again, like if there is another thing that affects Stanz's YouTube channel, it would be a strike, and 3 strikes and your channel is permanently deleted from YouTube. So the fact that we could get a warning for something that we, honestly, I would be happy removing, as I keep on saying in this video. It's not really, the whole purpose of the video wasn't to show a child with a fucking gun, okay? The purpose of the video was to laugh at some stupid boomer memes on Facebook. And if the take action led to removing this part of the content, then I would happily do that, remove the content, remove the warning strike, and then be able to reinstate this video, which would be better for everyone else. It seems like they went halfway with the timestamp thing, and if the video is already being flagged for something, regardless of whether a human has seen it or not, there should be a timestamp available for us to see what the auto flag system has flagged. Where is it flagged it? Why is it flagged it? Because if it tells us, then before we get a human involved, we have the ability to be able to change the video and make it not be flagged. So then when the human then does re-review it, we can go, hey, since you flagged this video for us and told us specifically where it was, we have since removed that thing that you had a problem with. And now you can reinstate the video and you guys win and we win and the viewers win because they get to watch the funny video of the Facebook memes. It's just, the system currently is crazy and it was way worse. So we've got to give props to YouTube somewhere. They at least added some level of timestamps, but they kind of half-assed it. And if they just did it the full way, it would make so much more sense. But hey, maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. Maybe I'm also getting a ton of shit wrong because I'm the kind of person that puts a square peg in a round hole. As long as it fits, I don't care. Probably shouldn't say that out of context. But I will see you guys later because I got nothing else to say. Bye. I don't know what this video was.